Hey, you guys, it's going to be one of those days. It's Sunday, and I took a picture last. Well, I didn't move it back to video, and so I gave you that whole spiel for nothing. So,
They didn't know it, though.
they didn't know it, though. Hi, guys, it's Clint. My lovely wife is behind me. She still feels crappy.
Hi, guys.
There she is. So, we got this, I believe this fabric came from Mom, and it was on a strip. There was two big long strips about, I don't know, 100 foot long. Just kidding. And I sat this morning and used, I ripped it apart. And Shell, shooting her mouth off, said, well, if it was me, I would have just cut it. Well, the problem with just cutting it is, I want 3-inch squares. If she would have cut it, I wouldn't have only been able to get 2 blocks out of each square. It's 6 1/4 inches by 6 1/4 inches. You'd have screwed me up. So, always make sure the other half doesn't butt in, because you know how it is. So these are the blocks I chose. There she's laughing. I made her choke on her, whatever she had for lunch. So these are the 3, and what I'm making. Let me move you up, because I can tell you can't see the other half. Uh-oh. Man, I wish you...
What?
Sorry for all the crap on the table.
How come it smells like garlic in the house?
Oh, yeah. Guess what we're having? Have you ever heard of that dish, 40 cloves in a chicken? That's where you take a chicken, you put some olive oil in it, and you put 40 cloves of garlic in there. Well, we don't have chicken. We only have a big turkey breast. So we put the turkey breast in the slow cooker, and I put salt and pepper and garlic in there. So now we're having instead of 40 cloves in a turkey, we're having 80 cloves in a turkey, because I opened the spoon instead of the sprinkle, so it dumped it in there. I don't know how much I dumped in there, but. Thank God we like garlic, but man, tell you, you walk in that kitchen, it makes your eyes water. I went to go get something before the video, and I was thinking, man, that stuff's strong. So
like Clint said, it should be flavorful if nothing else.
Oh yeah, Ted and I is going to be very, very flavorful. I'll tell you a story. There was this gal. She was in Fibro Hugs. She's in Lena Land, I can't remember her name. She was a really sweet lady. And I told her about our 40 cloves and a chicken. Well, she thought I meant cloves, those spice cloves. It's not garlic. So she made 40 cloves and a chicken. She said, man, was that stuff strong, but it was good. I was thinking, that don't sound good to me.
So you don't even like cloves.
No, I'm not a big clove fan. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you. That's how I found out this is a snowball pattern. And so what you do is you take your squares, which these are I wanted to kind of the same floral colors, since I'm going to be breaking them up. So I got my stripology thing. I'll get them cut in 3s. But this is what the squares are on the corners going to be. Now, I might tell you guys, I no lie, this was years ago when I bought all this. I had bought a whole crap load of floral fabric on eBay, and I had planned on turning it into a lattice quilt. Well, I really suck at cutting, But anyhow, we looked everywhere for wood grain, and this was, back in those days, this is the only one we could find. I bet this was probably 15 years ago, I bet.
Probably.
Truthfully. And no one sold wood grain fabric, so I bought a whole crap load of this. And I had to go outside to get it. I thought I had some in here. Kind of looks leopardy in the image. So, okay, guys, okay, here's it. Oh, I don't have a thingamabobber. I need my cutter, first of all. Let me grab my rotary cutter. I got my handy dandy Rubbermaid with all my crap in it. So I measured these this morning. Thank God I didn't let her measure them. So yeah, but yeah, tell you, it really smells good in here. I can't get over I did. She kept laughing. I think she even snorted when it went in there. I said, well, should we try to get it out? And She said, no, it's probably all dissolved now. We wouldn't be able to do it. And I didn't feel like picking that dumb thing up and trying to... We got glare. We've got glare. So I'm not even on the right one. Hold on, guys. There it is. This is my new mat that I bought with my Christmas money from my lovely mother, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
If
We
she's
miss
watching.
you. Yeah, I'll have to call her. I was been meaning to call her today. I just haven't got there. Okay, so I'm going to take a little off. I didn't, like I said, I know it's 3, or no, it's over 6. So I know I'm going to be able to at least remove part of it without messing it up. So, oh Lord, here comes that little one. I'm not kidding you. God, she wouldn't leave me alone today. She's wanting to play that stupid straw so much. Oh, I love her. I went and loved on the baby outside. Still debating on what to do. He's a sweetheart. He come out, because we had to go out. I had to go out. Not we. I had to go out to the shed and grab the fabric. So he met me when I came back and ran up and rolled over. Second he got to me, he just flipped on his back because I went to reach for him, and he flipped over and rolled over and wanted me to get his belly.
Sister.
So that noise would be the little one. Ow, man, dang it. Oh, that feels good.
What'd you do?
It's at my back, hon. It's just moving. I know you guys know, I have back issues, and it started about, well, I was born with, oh, she's in the trash bucket.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I ain't throwing it there. I had a birth defect in my back, and it's the tabs on your spine that keeps it aligned, stacked on each other. Well, apparently I had a weak one and it broke, I guess. Well, 3 years ago or so, just out of the blue, it started moving. Just out of the blue, and I lost movement in my legs momentarily. And so, and it was just the one vertebrae, and now it's like tons of them. So, my back is constantly moving. It constantly pops, and it's not a
Look who it is.
fun feeling, that's for sure. This would be little one, and quit eating my stuff. You little turd. I'm going to ship you off to Mom. I wonder how much it cost to mail her. Grandma, you want her?
You can have her.
Yeah, you can have her. We'll give her to you. Panda butt cat. Oh, Lord. It's going to be one of those days, guys. So I'm going to get 4.
Good thing I didn't cut them apart.
I was going to say it. I just hadn't got there yet. Hi, honey. Here's little Miss Jazzy Lynn. What are you doing besides being a poop? She is such a pain in the butt, guys. So, sorry, she was walking on my stuff. I had to wait for her to get done. Where is my ruler? There's my ruler. So, I tell you, been a nice day. Nice to have a good nap. I needed it. Woke up at 2:30 this morning.
So did I.
Both of us did.
Hey, baby.
I didn't. Yeah, well, of course I didn't tell you. I don't see you. Chloe attacked me yesterday when we took our nap. She, I don't know, got her wild hair. She's never done that before. I don't know why. 1, 2, 3. But she attacked me, and she actually blackened my eye. Luckily, she hit right below my eye. Oh, man. Well, this thing slides a lot on there. I don't think I like that. I don't need it twisted one anyway. Hold on. So now I have a big bruise under my eye.
Yeah, he does. He's pretty good size.
Pretty good shiner.
Probably the size of a nickel or so.
Yeah, she got me good. I thank God she didn't hit my eye. I felt her claw, and I kept checking for blood to see if she bloodied but she didn't. So, did that dumb thing move, or is it just my eyes? How can that be? I cut that at. Wait a minute. Well, that's right. Huh. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. For some reason, it moved on me. Oh, I cut it on that piece of junk. Hold on, guys. Let me go grab some more blood. Oh, wait. Here we go. I haven't put them up yet. I guess we're going to do a different color. I guess. Let's see what we got. Oh, now I know. That pisses me off. I paid good money for that piece of junk. It shouldn't be. Man, that ticks me off.
Okay, honey, just breathe.
Oh, kiss my tuchus. Just breathe. So you just breathe on these days. Yeah, it looks like she smacked me.
I did. I just had Chloe cover it up.
Man, it hurt, too. Boy, she got me good. Well, guys, I would ask you what you think, but I won't know for a little bit. I mean, that one's pretty. I like this one, too, and this one. I don't know. Man, that ticks me off.
Can you make them smaller?
I can. Oh, man, that's going to suck. Shoot. I can make them smaller. I don't want to, but I can. I guess I could do 2.5.
Just relax. Breathe in.
She's shooting her mouth off. So, well, I'm just going to have to do them over. Or, I guess we'll shrink them. Because I really don't want to have... Damn, that ticks me off. Okay, guys, these are 3 inches. Well, minus thanks to that thing I just got. So, I have this one spray. I was telling you guys about it. You know the ruler, the Quilter Select rulers I use? It's got that crap on it. Well, I bought that crap in a can. So you spray it on your rulers. I just haven't done it yet. But now I know. I think I'm going to be putting it on my map because, you know, I've never had that problem on this one. Never. And that one had very good reviews too. Really good reviews. So now I guess, guys, I'm going down to 2.5 inches, which, you know, it's okay. Now I'm going to have to cut my wood grain down too, but that's alright. So,
What's wrong with your goats?
oh, I need to water them, I think. You know, we got those round bales, and we put them up, roll them up against the fence, and that way I could use the tractor to push them against the fence. And it's been getting harder and harder as sick as I've gotten, as much pain as I'm in, that it's hard for me to mess with it now. Been using. So I thought, well, my friend, I did some locates for him at his house, and he happened to have round bales, so he delivered me 2 round bales. So one of them tipped over, so I'm going to have to try doing something, but it won't be that bad. So I need to water them, water the chickens, cats, and do chores. It was so cold here, it didn't warm up. It took forever for it to warm up here.
It's 33 right now.
Yeah, it's only 33. It was, I think it got down to about 6 or something. I don't remember. I didn't sit much on the couch. That's where the weather thing is, because she was laying down, and my heating pad's in my rocker. So I've been sitting in my rocker more than I have on the couch. So little buddy's not happy with me. He, for some reason, doesn't like playing with me when I'm in the rocker. That's the only thing we can think about. That's why he's been ticked off lately. So whenever I'm in the chair or couch, he comes over and lays snuggles. So. These are going to be a little bit smaller for me to work with. That's one reason why I was going to do 3-inch, because the smaller they get, the harder it is for my hands to work with them. Yeah, we got one goat. Her name is Blossom. I don't know if we told you. It was one of my friends. He called me out. It was way over by Durango, south of Durango, towards New Mexico. And to do a locate for him, so I get there. And these two black dogs come running out to the van. Mom was with us. We were in Mom's van.
Mom wasn't with us.
My mom. She wasn't, but we had the van.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
We had the van, but
Was that when the truck broke?
yeah, when the saw broke,
Oh, that piece of
and
junk.
we had to take the
Oh,
saw
okay.
down.
Mom wasn't with us. Well, these two animals, we thought they were dogs, and they were these little bitty goats. And so we're talking to them, and we asked her, you know, what kind of goats are they? And she said they're Nigerian dwarf goats. She said, do you want them? First she asked, do I want them? And I asked her what kind. She told me what, and I said, yeah, we'll take them. She said, I got some more. And her and Shell took off walking, you know, and me and John were talking, and Shell was telling, you want to tell them that story? Can you talk that loud? She was telling her that she was going to have to get rid of them. And she was praying for a divine, no, that was that one. She
Well, she was still praying. Had been praying about it.
she wanted them to go where the person would take,
home,
a good Christian home and take care of them. And Shell was wearing a shirt, Christian shirt.
Had a Bible verse on it.
Yeah, it had a Bible verse on it. And so so the two black ones are Violet and Honeysuckle. And then the other two, black and white one, her name is Blossom, and she's a loudmouth. She's the one you hear all the time. And then the other one was Daisy. So we took 4 girls, and we didn't take the boy. So, but
Do you still have Daisy?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
we haven't got rid of those 4.
I
We
didn't
got rid
know
of.
that.
We bought some that were registered actually, and
They weren't that friendly.
they weren't the nicest goats, so we ended up giving them away. We ended up banding them. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but you put it around their woohoos, and it takes them off. You know, it takes the balls off. Sorry, guys. Well, I looked down. I'm getting water at the faucet, and that dang thing had its cojones. And I looked at Shell and I said, "Hon, I think we made a boo-boo." And she looked down. She had one by her, and she said, "Well, I'll be darned. He has his too." And we ended up having 30-some goats. Every girl we had was pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we were it was a disaster.
Every female.
Every girl we had was,
up to 4.
oh Lord, it was so, you know, and ended up, Sis was working at the feed store. I think she was at that time. I can't remember. But anyway, we ended up giving them to a guy that lives south of us. He was,
Wanting to start his own herd.
yeah, he had goats and he was wanting to start his own. So we ended up giving them to him. So it was a blessing. We kept 10 of them. And gave him the rest. We kept the babies. We have 2 boys. We have 3 because Blossom had Ranger, and Ranger's okay. We kept him because but Blossom had, what's her name? Rosie Posey. So Blossom had Rosie, which is her little girl, and I mean tell you, she's a loudmouth just like her mom. And then Rosie had Ranger. Normally most of our guys are, the boys are weeds and the females are flowers, so, but
We kept one baby named Whisper Dawn.
yeah, we kept one baby named Whisper. We had 2 boys. Well, we had a mama that had 4 kids. One of them was stillborn. She had 2 boys and she had a girl. And I'm telling you right now, she hated them boys. She headbutted them. It was bad. She hated them with passion. So we ended up taking those 2 in the house. And that's loco weed. And the other one's sage, you know, like sagebrush. And those two are my boys. They both give me kisses still.
They were bottle babies.
They were bottle babies.
They lived in the bathroom for months.
Yeah, we had them in the house for quite a few months. And we had them in one of those kids' playpens, you know, the ones that's on the tall sides and stuff. And every morning you take them out and you put them on the floor and they go hauling butt through the house and get their bottle. It was so adorable. They were so adorable. And they're still just the sweetest little things ever. I just love them little boys. So those are 2.5. Oh, I don't know, guys. I've never done a snowball before. I really want those to be small. I want the flower part to be small, so I'm going to cut my strips in 1.5. So I'm going to have to cut these in 1.5 squares, 1.5 inch squares. I was asking her if I should throw away that scrap piece or not. So I'm going to have to cut those in squares, but I have to have manageable squares. So where did there's my manageable. So little, they would lay on my lap. I'd go out and sit with them, we'd let them out, you know, at night, in the evening, and we'd go out and sit with the babies. And little Sage, he still he gave me a kiss. Sage was always gentle. He was just so gentle. Boy, it felt like Loco was ripping your bloody ear off. God, it hurt. But Sage, he was always really gentle whenever he gave me kisses. It was so sweet. I just love them boys. I still do.
Why did we get goats?
I wanted them.
For milk and cheese.
Yeah, we milked them and we made cheese and other stuff, but you know
made cheese and lye soap and
mozzarella cheese. We made the mozzarella cheese. That was really good. Yeah, that was our favorite by far. I don't like goat cheese. I never drank the milk. Sal kept telling me to, but
it was good.
I've always I'm a big milk drinker, but I've always drank cow's milk. But yeah, I love those two boys. I love the babies. Blossom, she gets annoying. I get tired of her band. She's got a very annoying band. The other ones aren't. Her and her daughter are the same way. Ranger's kind of has a similar voice, you know. But little Sage and Loco, I just love them two boys. They're my babies. But we had the water guys over here. They were doing work on the water line when they were babies up behind the house. So me and Loco and Sagey, we went over to BS with them. I happened to be home, so Jay fell in love with those goats. He would always. Richard, he lives up north of us. He always makes comments about eating them. I was thinking you pain in the butt.
But they're tiny. They're like knee high.
Yeah, they're not big.
And I'm short, so.
They're not a big goat. Definitely not very much meat to them. And I could never eat them. The only animals we ever raised to butcher was chickens and turkeys. And the turkeys we had were dumb as dirt. They would actually look up and watch it rain and drown themselves.
Yeah, we've always heard that and thought it was a wives' tale.
Yeah, until we had them.
They really do it.
Yeah, I think how many did we buy? 10 total?
I don't know. We ended up with 5.
4. We ended up with 4. We had like 10 or something. You'd walk out and the dumb things would be dead after a rain. It's like, no.
Yeah.
So that was the last time we ever did turkeys. We didn't do any. Because it ended up costing us like
$100 a pound.
Yeah, $100 a pound. Them dumb things would keep getting out.
Per turkey.
Per turkey. It was so irritating. And I was thinking,
But they would eat the cat food.
Cat food. You couldn't keep them pinned up. You trim their wings. You do everything.
We put weights on their legs to keep them inside the pen that still climb over.
Yeah, no, I hated them.
Some of the best turkey ever.
It was good tasting turkey. We just ground it.
It was 100 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, but we had
It's just not worth it.
We bought a whole bunch of chickens, and I had planned on butchering those. We got some for eggs, of course, but we were going to take the egg layers. We we didn't buy broilers. We bought the eggs that we want. So we just bought 100 of those, and we ended up. I bought bannies, my Dutch bannies, and they send roosters with them, full-size roosters. I mean chicks, you know, to keep the bannies warm during their transport. So we had, I think, 5 roosters or something like that. And we ended up butchering those. And my God, I was in so much pain I wanted to cry. And
we decided we know how to do it if we ever have to, but we're not doing it anymore.
yeah, we're not buying them just to butcher anymore. We just, you know, and my chickens are, when I first got sick, we had chickens. When I first got sick, I couldn't walk. What? And so I couldn't walk very good, so I'd go out to the chicken coop and I'd feed them bread and stuff. So I've always been really attached to the chickens. And I still am. Okay, guys, 1.5. So they're cutting the squares at 1.5.
But so yeah, we had 100 chickens, and then they just kept disappearing.
Then we gave some of them to our friends. Did I just
Yeah,
move
we gave
that?
them like 20.
Dang it.
But then we're pretty sure somebody was coming and taking them.
Yeah.
So we had to put locks on all the doors.
Well, I moved it. Yeah, so we gave quite a few away, but yeah, after we butchered those roosters, we just decided we couldn't do it anymore.
We were gonna have, you know, like a homestead where you can just
Try to,
survive on your own and all that.
yeah. But you know, and I wish we could do that, like have cows, milk a cow, you know, but with both of us being so sick, there's just no possible way we can do that.
Well,
There really
that's why
isn't.
we quit doing the goats for milk.
Yeah, and it's just with locating's always taken up pretty much our life. Truthfully, it really has. I mean, I've devoted my whole life, half my life to it, you know, and yeah, it's not as, it just takes up time. You know, now we have time. We don't have that big of an area. Well, we do, but we don't have to drive so much like we used to.
And we
As
still
often.
have to drive a lot.
Yeah, we don't drive as often, you know, like we used to, so. But locating's been a truly awesome career. Done it 29 years, and this year is 29.
I thought it was 28 this year.
Nope.
Oh, no, you said it was 29.
Yep, it's 29 this year, so.
22 for me.
Yep, I taught her how to. We've worked together most of our marriage. February's our anniversary, so we've been working together probably 19 years.
Yeah, pretty much, because I worked...
19, 20, yeah, probably about that.
Yeah, 18.
Yep.
So I worked at the animal shelter when we first got married.
Yeah. So, yeah. When I got sick, she had to locate. Since I couldn't walk, I did the hooking part, and she would do the locating part. Oops. No. Where did I just put that one? This one's wrong. So, you know, it's been a wonderful free career. I mean, it's been so nice not having a boss, except for here and there, you know, and being our own self-employed. Not for everyone. When you're self-employed, it just takes up your time, you know. It really does. So I am at 29 minutes. So let me show you guys what I've got these cut. These are at 1.5 inch squares. So let me cut these and I'll show you what we're going to do. Have to do one corner at a time probably. So we'll see how it's going to work. And these are going to probably be, I was going to say, they're definitely, so I need to cut these at 2.5. But definitely have had a lot of adventures with locating. You know, a lot of times when you get done with the jobs and you're driving back or something, you go, you know, drive up a road you've never been on and experience. So that's been a lot of fun to do that, you know. Been a lot of mountain roads, because I'm not from this part of Colorado, so I never really got to explore tons.
Look who it
So
is.
here's Butterball.
Oh, they can see her paw.
That's all they can see of her. Let me cut this one real quick. So I'm cutting these into 2.5-inch squares. Now I probably should have cut my other ones, but the wood grain one, I could have cut those longer, but or shorter, I guess I should say, smaller squares, but I really want to incorporate the wood grain more. I kind of want it to showcase the floral, so, oh Lord, let me move the cat. So I probably,
Show her on the...
okay, hold on, let me show the dumb cat real quick.
Aww.
Come here. Come here, Sophia. Why don't you say hi, honey? They love you.
You can move the camera if you need to.
No, it's okay. There's our little Butterball. She's getting fat, guys.
She is not.
She is too. Look at that. My hand.
She's fluffy.
Here's our baby. Aw. We've been spending a lot more time together. I've been trying to make sure she gets tons of loving. And give her a good brushing, but she needs another one. I was going to show you little Bubba outside, but I haven't got him. So, but there's our Butterball. So let me show you, let me get rid of her for Mama. And I'll show you how I'm going to do this. Oh my God, she's a big girl.
Come here, Sophia.
Come on, I got you.
Come here.
Oh, would you just quit back talking?
Come here, baby.
What you see? She's such a doll. I sure love her. But she sure is getting an attitude problem. So, you guys probably can't see that too well, huh? Let me put it here. I also need my square. My mark.
Sure is smelling garlicky.
Man, it smells. Both, we do like garlic, so it's not that big of a deal. So, let me bring you guys down again.
We're having garlic infused turkey.
Yeah, pretty much. You want some turkey with that garlic? Pretty much. So, okay. You know, with a lattice, the grain goes both ways. You know, when it's horizontal, it goes that way. When it's vertical, you know, it shows it going up. So, that I am not 100% sure how I'm going to do. So what I do is, let me get my glue. I'm just going to put a couple dots just to hold my fabric down real quick. So then I got to, and you guys know I sew with the seam guide, so I do it a little different. So I can always use my seam guide. So just makes life easier for me. So, and now this isn't glued down where it's going to need to be, because what you do is, this is my selectors thingamabobber, and I'm going to take my, make sure I'm right, yeah, it's pretty. That sounds like Biddy part. Hi Biddy, what you doing, honey? So I'm going to take my select ruler, or my ruler. I like this here because it doesn't slide. So you want to go corner to corner. kind of move. There we go. Okay, let me move the tag here. So I'm going to go corner to corner, guys, like this. I'm going to do it. Hold on. I'll show it to you when it. Let me. It's easier for me to look down, and if I look down, you can't see anything. So, kind of. Okay. So, well. Bad thing is, I'm not on a cutting board. Okay, there we go.
Did you cut your table?
No, I'm on a tag, so. So, what I'll do is, now I have my edge, right? Okay, so I can take my wood grain thing, put a couple dots. I really love this glue. And I don't have a snot rag, so I actually rub it on my leg because it's water soluble. It'll wash out, so it's not that big of a deal. So then I put that there, like so. Make sure it's lined up to where I cut it. Let that set. So now I can only do, since my squares are a little bit bigger than they should be, let me do, I can't keep doing them opposite or things, so I can't do them all at one time. So there we go. Okay, I'm pretty straight, so let me make sure I'm kind of. Okay, guys, I didn't even put a glue here, so let me do that. Probably can vary the wood grain direction a little bit. I'm sure it won't matter. It'll probably actually make it look better. So, okay. Where's my cutting mat? Am I losing my mind? I am. There it is. Okay, guys.
You lost it a long time ago.
Yeah, I did too, and I know it. About almost 22 years ago. She walked into that one, didn't she, guys? She should know better than try to outdo me, because she'll never win. So, guys, there you guys go. I think you're okay there. So I'm going to line my thing up again. Here's my, right there. That looks good. Point to point, tip for tip. And this is slower, guys, but for me this works easier. It really does. And in this way I'm able to be a lot more precise than I would if I did it other ways. So I'm not going to move my sewing machine. Oh, actually I'll just put it on this TV tray real quick. And I'll just turn around. I won't show you. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me move my sewing machine on this TV tray thingamabobber. I'm not going to show you guys me sewing just because you guys see that a lot, even though it is very. Let me put my seam guide on it. Anything new, baby doll?
Nope.
So I'm still going to sew at the 1/4 inch. Obviously, since I cut my stuff at 1/4.
You gonna pause it or you just gonna
I'm going to sew. It's going to be a really quick sew. So that's why I was saying you could talk if you want to.
Hi guys, I'm holding Sophia.
Thank goodness.
We're snuggling.
I love Sophia, I really do, but she's demanding.
She is. When she wants her daddy,
Oh.
no one else will do.
Yeah, she does. She gets a little demanding at times, so it's kind of, you know. grab my little scissors out. My sewing machine. Oh, really? Huh. I'm going to pause it because I still got to thread my sewing machine. Okay, guys, there's this one. I went ahead and sewed them, and I ironed them. So that's what that looks like, and now I need more squares. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the same thing with this corner, with these corners right here, and probably, yep. So I'm going to put this one here. Like I said, I'm just gluing it down just so I can cut it. It's not really where it's going to go, so make sure I get my square lined up. Front looks good. Okay, that one looks pretty good. So I been wanting to tell you guys a story. I happened to think about it yesterday or the day before, and my dad, I love him, miss him so much. But one day, he did some of the, I don't know where he got his ideas. He was a very smart man and extremely mechanically inclined. You know, he worked on hot rods and built hot rods. He really was. But it made me think about this one time. And I do not know where he got this dumb idea. But he got this idea about getting night crawlers, worms, to come up out of the ground. And it involved, let's say, a car battery and some metal rods and some wire, metal rods and wires. And he had this idea that if you would stick the car battery, you'd put the rods in, and when you did that, it would shock the worms and make them come out of the ground. Which was a good idea, but problem was, when he did it, he turned it on, the only thing that come out of the ground was all these little tiny puffs of smokes out of the holes of the worms. He had fried all the worms. They didn't even come out. I seriously, that's all you could see was these little puffs of smoke when he turned it on, coming out of with a hole. I felt so bad for him. But yeah, and he was quite the man, I tell you. Quite the dad. He was something else, that old fart. He had an idea back when he had a soapbox car. He built a soapbox car, and it wasn't one of them fancy ones that they raised. And he had been watching a World War II movie. And if you guys ever watched a World War II movie, the aircraft carriers, they had a bungee cord. And the planes had hooks on the back, you know, and the hooks would catch that bungee cord, pull it, and it would stop you. And we lived. I need a paper towel, please.
Oh, you didn't get one?
Well, so he was watching this dumb movie. I don't know what movie it was, but it was an aircraft carrier. And it had these. Thank you, dear. So he got this. He had strung this bungee cord between these two trees. And he had put a hook on the back of his soapbox car, and it was a really steep hill. And he took off down there, and instead of going under the soapbox car, it went over the front end, caught him, and clotheslined him around his neck, and pulled him off the dumb soapbox car. Oh yeah.
You're not a friend.
Oh shoot. Sorry, guys. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Maybe that's better. So, yeah, he literally pulled him off that dumb soapbox car. That was my dad, I tell you. Probably where I got a lot of it. It was obviously. I'm a lot like he was. I'm going to have to trim my little bit right there. Make sure I'm doing this right. Kind of hard to, maybe right there, maybe. Kind of hard to see with the camera because it's just not. Well, it's glare and then the wood. I think that's it right there. I'll make it work. So, but yeah, it made me think about it. I was thinking about that he did that. And then he had, if you ever Google Carter Lake, and we lived on the very north side of Carter Lake, and there is, you can still see it, the RV park, there's a store, and there's a bar. Well, that hill going up there is beyond steep. And he got that idea he was going to take that soapbox car and go down that hill. Well, it's a really windy hill. So he goes, and that dumb thing it shimmied a lot, and then he shot off one of the curves and into the down the hill. Yeah, it didn't work very good. Okay, let me sew this real quick. Then we can start to iron it. I might have to trim it a little bit off, but yeah, he had a lot of fun when we were in camp. You know, Dad, I told you, you know, and I'm honest with you guys, and I tell you, Dad was an alcoholic, but growing up, one of his friends, Philip, I really loved him. He was such a neat guy, and I met him. He was still alive for a while, but I remember he'd go down to the park, Philip would, and he'd have a life jacket on, and then he'd float down the river, and he'd have his bottle of booze with him. So he'd just float down the river. But he was a neat man. He really was a neat man.
Sure, Mom's appreciating all your stories.
Well, they're not that bad. One of the things I was so thankful for is Dad quit drinking. I was so glad he'd quit drinking. Okay, I'm going to pause it and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, that's what it turned out like. So what I'll end up doing is make several of these and make sure that I'm going to trim it, make sure it's even. And what I'll do is I'll probably take about a half inch. No, I'll probably cut this in 3/4 inch strips. And then I'll sew here. And then, so there'll be that much. There'll be a little bit, and then there'll be another square. And then I'm going to do this for the whole book. I think it's going to be a 9x14. So that's what my plan is. But I wanted to show you this and the image, and that way I'm going to be working on it. It probably won't be like this week that I get it all done. I'll probably work on it here and there. But I really wanted to show you what it was going to look like with the colors. So I'll end up cutting all these down to 2.5 inches now. So.
Don't forget to show them your month, or did you already show them that?
No, I haven't shown them. I wanted to show you guys, I got my block of the month club thing. And since I'm actually caught up with, I'm actually ahead. I got all my stuff done, so it's on chill. So I'm probably going to start working on it this week. So, let me take it out. I won't show you the patterns.
Yeah,
Since it's paid, I will show you the fabric and the picture. So, and I will. So this is my first block of the month. There's 2 blocks in here. So you have the big one, and then you have 2 smaller ones. So by the time this is all done, I should have I'll have a full-size quilt. I don't know how big it is. I'll have to remember how big the quilt was. And I'll put a link to this. I'll have to find exactly where I bought it. But this is the fabric that I got, and it's not pre-cut. I mean, I love it. This to me is perfect.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I just love it. I love that one. Like you guys know, I'm into history and stuff, so this is, looks like it's vintage fabric, so whatever you call it, remade vintage, reprint, whatever. So, and you can't really see it, but this, there's, oops, right there, red right in there. You can't really see it very good, but it's beautiful fabric. So I'm going to be working on this, and I'll work on that other quilt, the other book cover too, just because I'm going to have to glue and cut on both of these. So, but that's my block of the month club, so I'm really excited. My very first block. I've never done this before, so I really am excited about it. I've got all the templates to use on it, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I've seen this pattern in I think it's a butter churn pattern, I think is what they call it. And I had seen one that was done in yellows, and this was all one color, one yellow. And it was just incredible. And it was actually one of the quilts I would love to have done. That was one of my magazines. So, well, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I have rambled enough. Tired.
Amen.
Got to work tomorrow, so I want to get everything done. So, rest the rest of the day. I got to do chores. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you visiting. Like I said, thank you for watching our videos. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. We do appreciate it. And please subscribe. I know there's a bell button or some dumb thing like that that notifies you. I don't do that. I don't like all those notifications. She does, but I don't. So, but you can that way you're notified when we upload a new video. So I think this is the only two I'm going to do. I think hopefully, good Lord willing, she's going to be better when it's time for her to take over. So we'll let you guys go. Thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great week. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.